I've found 20 new Minecraft island seeds that may just be perfect for your next survival island playthrough. I've got some great jungle temple islands, a couple great mansion islands, and some great basic seeds for nostalgic gameplay. So let's go ahead and find out if any of the seeds are the one you want to use. Shipwreck islands are some of my favorite Minecraft island seeds to find. I mean, they just have built-in lore to the seed before you even get started playing. The Shipwreck gives an explanation on how you ended up on an island like this. Before continuing though, I just want to remind you that I play on Java Edition. Seeds on Java Edition and Bedrock Edition have the same terrain, but structure generation and locations are different. So just know that Java Edition is the only version that you'll be able to see structures I show today, like the Shipwreck in this one. The island itself is just a pretty big plains and beach island. We get a few trees across the island to get started, and there's plenty of space for building and living here. Eventually, you could head out to the nearby ocean monument if you want to, and there's a few scattered islands around and ocean ruins and stuff, so maybe you'll need to clean up a bit. But otherwise, it's a pretty great seed for an island playthrough. I really like finding these continent island seeds. And yeah, I know, realistically, they're just really big islands, not really continent size in the real world. But other seed finders call them continents too, and it's Minecraft, so I'll just keep calling them continent islands. The spawn on this one is actually in a mesa biome, which is pretty cool. There's some biome diversity too, with things like the jungle, savanna, forest, plains, and pale garden around the island as well. If you're looking for structures, you'll be able to find 5 villages, plus underground there's an ancient city and a stronghold. So yeah, pretty great continent island seed. This is one of my favorite cherry grove island seeds I've ever found. I really like how small the cherry grove is. It makes it sitting up on that hill even better. I don't know, something about it is just really cool. Plus, I also like this little lake thing on the island here. And the mushroom island nearby in the frozen ocean looks awesome too. Definitely a really cool place to spawn into a new world. I found this village island that I think looks pretty cool. It's an acacia village, so we get that orange wood of course, and we get the savanna biome, but we also get a small plains, a small forest, and some beach too. My favorite part of the village are the paths that go out on the water, especially this one with this house and farm on the water. So yeah, nothing too crazy really, but I really like it. This is definitely one of the more interesting jungle island seeds I have ever found. I mean, it's pretty much all just stony shores, like a big boulder in the middle of the ocean, and then just the smallest piece of jungle with the temple here too. And adding to how great all this is, we get a mushroom biome pretty close too. So yeah, not sure I've ever found a seed like this one before, but it definitely looks pretty cool. For my channel members this week, I created a tutorial for how I find jungle island seeds. If you'd like to see members only videos or help out the channel a bit extra, go ahead and click the join button to learn all about that. As always, thanks so much to my channel members and to everyone for all the support shown to the channel. When I think of modern survival islands, this is pretty much what I think of. I found so many seeds like this, too many to count honestly. Just a small little forest with some beach too. And yeah, that's about as simple as it gets truly, though this one has a mushroom island in the distance, which makes it a bit unique I guess. But yeah, that's about as typical of an island as I find these days. I find these so often. I find a decent amount of windswept island seeds, and my preference is usually those tall, crazy looking islands. I've shown plenty of those in my previous videos. However, I really like this one too. The terrain isn't sky high or overly crazy, but it looks really cool. It's like a mini version of the type of windswept biomes I usually find. It even still has some floating blocks. Plus, I really like how this one has some forest biome mixed in too. But yeah, I'm sure somebody has some creative ideas for a place like this. If you do, let me know. This one has 3 biomes in such a small area. We get the birch forest, the jungle, and there's a little dark forest too. Plus there's a mushroom island in the distance which could be useful. Having all the trees on the island is pretty great. I mean, it gives you a few different building blocks with just the wood alone so you can create some different builds. Just thought it was pretty cool having a few different biomes in such a small area. We get just 2 trees on this island here. And this little indent here kind of splits the island into 2, so we get 1 tree to the east and 1 tree to the west. The biomes on this one are plains and stony shore, and in addition to the biomes, I've got some animals, including some bees with a beehive on one of the trees. Typically, I prefer just 1 tree survival islands, but hey, 2 trees is close enough. This seed is a spawn on an island with a woodland mansion, so you may want to be a bit careful early on because we have this lava pool that could easily cause some damage. But yeah, we get the dark forest and the stony shores and then the mansion. Inside I found some allies and a couple of rooms with loot on the bottom floor. and on the top floor I found an arena room with some loot on the top loft. So yeah, there's a pretty cool woodland mansion island. Mangrove islands are always pretty popular, and I think they look pretty cool too. I mean, just seeing the biome surrounded by the beach looks pretty cool. My favorite part of this seed though is this little Shipwreck island nearby. It could give you a bit of lore on how you ended up here in the first place. Typically, people comment that they'd build something out on stilts or something out here, but I'd love to know if you have any other ideas for a build in a mangrove island seed. I know some people who wouldn't be too thrilled about having to live on this island, but if you crashed your ship onto this island, you wouldn't have much of a choice. You get to live out here on a Birch island. I know that's just everyone's favorite biome, full of everyone's favorite wood type. But hey, if you're mad about being stuck with Birch, at least you'll get to live with some turtles. I don't know, I think the situation could definitely be much worse. If you're looking to play on some of the seeds I show, go ahead and check out my blog. It has all the coordinates and seeds in one handy place for you to copy and paste or whatever. I just make them for your convenience, and yeah, you can check it out with the link in the description. This seed has 2 islands right at spawn. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is playing with a friend, with each of us claiming an island, but there's lots of great fun to be had just playing on here by yourself too. Both islands are plains and beach biome, they both just have 2 trees, and they both had some friendly mobs already on them when I loaded up the world. There's really just so much potential with a seed like this. This snowy taiga island has a pre-built shelter already. There's an igloo on the island, so you get a nice little head start. And yes, there is a basement down below. Living out here could actually be pretty cool, especially if you want like a wintry type playthrough. The frozen ocean all around just looks so cool with the icebergs, and I really like the look of the snowy taiga biome. So yeah, it could be pretty fun playing on this one with a little shelter already there for you. I've always liked finding dark forest island seeds. For one, they just add another biome option for videos like this, but also the biome itself looks pretty cool. And for this one, it's a pretty small biome, so the stony shores fully surrounding it look really awesome. It's not really an isolated island, you can see some birch and jungle cliffs nearby, but still, a decent option for a different type of biome here. I don't think I've ever found a more picture-perfect looking jungle temple island than this one. I mean, just a tiny island nearly fully surrounded by a beach with a bamboo jungle in the temple. It doesn't get much more picture-perfect than that. Almost exactly what I think of when I do searches for these. The fact that it's really isolated out here in the ocean is the icing on the cake. It really doesn't get much better than this. Just another continent island seed here, and this is one of my favorites yet. The main reason for that is the biome and structure diversity across it. The spawn is in a plains biome, but across the island you'll be able to find different biomes like the swamp, mesa, jungle, cherry grove, and more. Having the mushroom islands nearby is nice too. And then for structures, there's so much to find, like different villages, a temple, outpost, huts, and even ancient cities in a stronghold underground. So yeah, there's really just so much to see on this island. I found this really cool mansion and village island seed. I found a few in the past, but I think this is my favorite one so far. Just the fact that this island is so flat with the water mixed in, and then it being so isolated is really awesome. I also really like how the village goes right up against the mansion, and you can find little bits and pieces of the village actually inside of the mansion too. I also found 2 arena rooms too, which is my personal favorite types of rooms you can find in the woodland mansion. Altogether, this is definitely a really unique place to spawn into a world. It's pretty clear that the villagers here had some trouble living out on this isolated island. The village is just abandoned now, it's overrun by zombies. There's a shipwreck nearby that may be how they got stuck out on the island in the first place, and behind that there's an ocean monument which may have caused the shipwreck, or may have been why they eventually abandoned the village. So yeah, the villagers clearly need some help, so maybe you can work on reconstructing the village and bringing it back to life. If you are looking to play some old nostalgic survival island in modern Minecraft, this seed may be perfect for that. We get a small plains island with just 1 tree to get started, there's also plenty of grass across the island to grow some wheat, and we get some sand and some sugarcane too. For a bit of a modern touch, there's a firefly bush here. There's not much more you need to get going to play survival island. But after you do get settled on the island a bit, you could challenge yourself and head out to the ocean monument that's pretty close by. Just a great opportunity here for a nostalgic playthrough. For some more Minecraft seeds I found, check out one of the videos on screen now, and check out the mystery seed that's on screen too. Thanks so much for watching, I'm out of here, see ya.